I'm at the second largest street market event in all of France, the Grande Rederie d'Amiens. It happens twice a year in the spring and the autumn, right through the heart of a city famous for its Gothic heritage and canals. About an hour and a half north of Paris, this market spreads across an incredible 15 kilometers of sidewalks and streets throughout the historic town center. We're talking about around 2,000 exhibitors, and they are basically a mix of professional dealers and local private sellers. And this market gets up to 100,000 visitors in a single day. Stick around because by the end, I'll also show you how to find markets like this yourself. Let's go hunting. Stumbling across this was such a treat, especially discovering it is a vintage illustration print dating from around 1997, and this charm-filled piece showcases historic French sugarware, elegant silver tongs, and porcelain teaware. Originally commissioned by a regional sugar cooperative and executed by illustrator L. David, its soft watercolor tones capture a lovely provincial aesthetic for any kitchen or dining nook.
Marie, je te prends un truc.
I just had to share this find. It is an antique oil painting on canvas dating from the turn of the 20th century between 1890 to 1910. And this impressionistic landscape of a riverside village with its slate church steeple caught my eye immediately.
Ouais, faut le faire pour ça casse.
I couldn't resist picking up a vintage aluminum rice bowl dating from the mid 20th century. How clever is this little piece? It is an industrial style kitchen utensil used as a boiling infuser, complete with its original folding latch and the stand mark of the historic Tourne's works. The soft satin-like patina from decades of kitchen use make it such a fun, tactile little collectible to style on a shelf. The range of this market here, by the way, is enormous. Furniture, oil paintings, antique tools, vintage books, ceramics, retro kitchenware, and military collectibles, spanning from the 1800s right through the mid-20th century. Because thousands of locals set up stalls alongside seasoned professionals, you will get a massive mix. Cheap household clearouts sitting right next to high-end curated antiques. You generally have to look through everything to find the gold. This one immediately caught my eye because it is an antique wooden spice rack dating from around 1880. This piece is absolute provincial charm personified, featuring two open tiers for jars sitting right above the three tiny drawers with their original porcelain knobs. And it is finished in this beautiful dark chocolate paint that has naturally distressed over time. It brings so much old-world warmth and character to a wall or a pantry. If you want to come for the serious pieces, you need to come early. The most committed collectors and professional dealers arrive as early as 3 or 4 in the morning, walking the cobblestones with torches before the sun is even up, peeking through boxes before anyone else has ever had a chance. By the time most visitors arrive around 10, a lot of the best small treasures are already gone, but obviously, since this is so big, you will still find so many beautiful pieces. I spotted this and completely fell for it. This is an antique wire egg basket dating from the early 20th century. It is a traditional farm basket, or also called a panier à œufs. It was once used daily for gathering eggs, and the way that the hand-formed iron wire has oxidized into this deep, rich brown patina over the last 100 years gives it so much rustic soul for a modern kitchen counter. A quick word on the prices. Amiens is generally more approachable than hyper-exclusive events like Château de Chambord, but because it draws a massive international crowd from the UK, Belgium and beyond, competition is fierce, but you can definitely still find incredible bargains, but bring cash and be ready to negotiate.
Et puis un peu le truc.
Over the last 2 years, I've made it my mission to map out the very best antique sources across the world, filtering out all the tourist traps to find the places that truly have soul. And I've gathered everything I've discovered into one place, the Vintage Master Map. It features over 400 hand-picked locations, neatly organized so you can shop with a plan. Whether you're looking for curated antique shops and vintage boutiques, or you prefer the thrill of the hunt at permanent markets and consignment stores, this is for you. The real value is in the logistics. I've included over 150 weekly or monthly monthly flea markets and around 40 major annual fairs. For most of these, I've added my personal notes and direct links to the local organizers' websites, information that is usually hidden in local language sites. So it's designed to save you hundreds of hours of research and ensure you never waste a trip. This is a practical tool for the road. It works directly inside of your Google Maps with one-tap navigation. I've even included parking locations and marked shops that have permanently closed so that you're always navigating with the latest information. And the best part, you get lifetime access. So this is a living map that I update continuously as I find new locations during my sourcing trips. So if you're ready to skip the search and start finding, you can access the master map right now. I've put the link in the pinned comment down below, or you can simply scan the QR code on your screen with your phone's camera to go straight to the page. I fell in love the second I saw this antique ironstone soup tureen dating from the late 19th century. This glossy white beauty features gorgeous acanthus leaf scroll handles, a sculpted rosebud finial, and a notched lid made to fit its original serving ladle. And it just has the slightest hint of honest tea staining, adding a layer of authenticity that looks stunning on a farmhouse hutch.
70 à peu près.
Puis je ferai un gros gâteau. Merci beaucoup.
Also, cash is essential here. Most of the casual neighborhood sellers only take cash, and ATMs in the center get overwhelmed very quickly. So bring more than you think you'll need, along with your own bags, bubble wrap, and packing paper, as street vendors won't have supplies for fragile items all the time.
Oui, parce que
And I completely fell for this pair of antique still life oil paintings that are most likely from the late 19th to early 20th century as well. These matching paintings, as you can see, feature classic harvest compositions of ripe summer fruit, with one showcasing half peaches and berries and the other displaying peeled citrus, grapes, and dark plums, with a stunning network of fine craquelure across the canvas. Both are housed in this incredibly heavy ornate giltwood and stucco frames and decorated with deep relief leaf scrolling and beaded trim, making them both an incredible statement pair to hang together in a dining room or a kitchen. Parking and transit take strategy for sure because 51 streets in the city center are completely closed due to traffic. Driving right up to the market is impossible, and many visitors take the direct train from Paris. The station is less than a kilometer from the market's epicenter. If you were to drive, you'll want to park in the outer neighborhoods or designated zones early in the morning before the city completely gridlocks. To save you the hassle, I've marked the best parking spot on my custom map, and it's also right here on the screen if you want to have it right now. Look at the incredible collection of antique terracotta olive jars and storage pots dating from late 19th to early 20th century. These heavy rustic earthenware vessels feature incredible bodies, wide rims, and wonderful earthy textures with natural weathering and mineral deposits accumulated over decades of use. They're traditionally used across Mediterranean regions for storing and fermenting olive oil, water, or grain, and their monumental scale and rich sun-baked clay patinas make them absolute statement pieces for styling in a garden, courtyard, or a grand interior space.
Je me suis barré, je suis Siam, elle a vu ça.
What makes this market different from a standard market or antique shop is the historic roots. The tradition of the Amiens Rederie dates all the way back to 1909, evolving from a local neighborhood clearance into a massive biannual institution. Everyone here knows that history, and you can feel that in this bustling, festive atmosphere. I had to stop immediately when I saw this stunning antique framed oil painting on canvas dating again from around 1880. Just look at that warm golden light in this tranquil pastoral scene of figures on a country path. And it is housed in an incredible heavy giltwood frame with deep relief beading and leaf and dart carving that makes the whole piece feel like a true treasure. Look at the intricate details on this antique wrought iron garden bench or daybed frame dating from the late 19th to early 20th century. This charming piece features graceful scrollwork motifs across the backrest, side, and seat base, all finished in a weathered white paint with lovely honest touches of rust showing through. It was originally designed for outdoor use in a conservatory, garden terrace, or courtyard, or even as an antique daybed frame for an interior space. Its airy metal construction and romantic scroll design brings an effortless touch of vintage French provincial charm to any setting. When I saw this massive antique wooden hall bench, or also called a banc de vestibule, dating from the late 19th century, this was definitely a highlight. This stunning architectural piece of furniture features deeply recessed paneling on both the backrest and the base, the elegant curved armrest with turned supports, and a hinged seat that lifts to reveal practical hidden storage underneath. It is richly grained and finished with a warm, time-worn patina, and it would make a breathtaking statement piece for a grand entryway, mudroom, or even a hallway.
Bon courage pour ranger tout ça. Hein.
Bah oui, oui.
Standing here with 15 kilometers of stalls stretching out across the city blocks, it is a lot to take in. So one thing worth knowing is that there is so many local cafes and brasseries spilled out onto the streets, and you have so many opportunities to try local culinary specialties that will definitely keep your energy up while you're walking through this massive market. So we bought some paintings at the beginning of the market and asked the seller if we could leave them with her. We came back at the end and her whole stand was gone. But look what she left taped to a window door. She wrote us a note with her number just so that we could get our paintings. We called her, we met up, and got them back. People here are honestly so lovely. I've also created a 2026 antique fair calendar featuring nearly 80 of the most important annual fairs and déballage across Europe, including this one, with direct links so you can plan around them. You can find both linked in the description down below. This is generally one of my favorite days of the entire year. Let me know in the comments which piece you would have brought home, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep hunting for the best vintage and antiques across Europe with me. A bientôt! Happy hunting!